This is Mark with Right Line Trading. Today is 4/22, 2015. I wanted to go over our trading with you today. We had a good day today. We just could not get a home run out. We had a lot of winners. Now, this is our first trade, I believe, today. We had this break. Excuse me here. Retracement. And then moved down. The trade went down 16 ticks. I took all three off at the first target. A little bit conservative, but that's how I played it. Then after that, gold just took this dive through a yellow 15 without any bias. No way to capture any of that or any of this move. Then after the room was closed with this really nice trade right here and this continuation up. This is a break out of consolidation right off of support. And if we were still trading, that would have been an 11 ticks. Now here's a tough trade with bias. It's coming right back up on the trade. The trade hasn't lost yet, but this was definitely a potential short here because you do have bias. Now the 15 hasn't crossed the 50. The problem with taking a trade right now is there's almost no volume on gold at all. Hardly getting any movement on the volume counter. This is a tough spot to take a trade on gold just because of volume. So we had the one trade on gold. Then on crude. This is our first trade. We had the move up and the retracement and the push up for 9 ticks. It was a first target trade. The auto trader took the trade as well. Perfect trade. Break, retracement, and continuation up. Now for some reason I don't, my chart is not demonstrating bias. Let me try reloading it here. There we go. Because that was definitely a trade with bias. Right here. Then really nothing. That's a yellow 15. That's a real hanging entry way off of support. Just not a trade that we would take. Then I took this trade to the downside, and this was really an aggressive trade. It was the move down, the retracement, and the continuation to the downside for 5 ticks. Now this really was a trade I missed. The move down, retracement. Now it didn't have bias, but this was just too good of a structural setup not to take for 15. And you could have taken this retracement again. Now this was oversold and would have been a much more aggressive trade, but that initial trade was really, really an easy trade. No, it's not oversold. Either one of these would have been good entries. Now one of these I missed because we were trading on the ES, but this trade I just missed. Now the room is closed here, and you see how difficult it is to trade into a pivot. You would have traded into this pivot here. Pivot would have turned the trade around. Now here's a great trade here. Oh, I remember. This is 10:30, and we had crude inventory report. So this spit out dozens of candles. And even when it slowed down, we passed this short, no bias. Would have been a loser. We passed up this long without any bias on a yellow 15, can't trade it. Then we had this potential move to the upside, would have been a loser. This potential move to the upside would have given us a first target, but just very hazardous trades with a lot of potential for being stopped out. Here, we didn't take it, would have been stopped out. That's why trading with bias gives you such an additional advantage. Now the room is closed here, and I looked at this trade. And this is a tough trade to take without bias. It's falling through a green 50, a yellow 15, and it doesn't give you any opportunity to retrace or get in. You're not going to take a break without order flow and momentum. You're not going to take a break on a yellow 15, and you're not going to take a break on a green 50. Those were all the things you had here. And crude just collapsed. It came close to making a retracement right here. You can see you have a hammer here. One more tick, you would have had a B and then a C continuation. Just didn't happen. And that's it. So we had a couple of winning trades on crude. This trade, this is a missed trade. This for 5, and this trade for 9. Then the ES, your 2 3-tick trades, just couldn't get one to run for us. Now the market opened right here. Now, this one was an aggressive trade that just pushed down 3 ticks. If I take this off, it's 3 ticks. Then this is a very, very nice break, retracement, and just continued, just only 3 ticks. Now this is another potential short. This did not come with order flow and momentum, but it was still an eminently tradable. I just decided to lay off of it, and that was because it didn't have order flow and momentum with it, and that's the trade that broke. And that would have been almost a 3-point trade. Now if we would have entered here, would have come back 6 on us. It wouldn't have stopped us out. Would have come awfully close though, but it wouldn't have, and it also would have been a winner. This was just a precipitous rise on a red 50, yellow 15, and there's really nothing else to trade. We're in a lot of trading opportunities today. And then we had 2 trades onto 6E. And the 6E we're going to eliminate. It just doesn't move well. Already most of its volume it's 150,000 contracts when we open. And I took the short. It was a break of the 50, retracement back up into the 50. I had bias, a red 15, now a rolling 50, and it went nowhere, and we lost 4 on one contract. This one was a retracement, a pull up. Since we're only trading one contract, I took it off at +4. The trade went 5. So they were a wash. So for today, here's how we did. We had 6 winners and 1 loser. On crude, we had +9, and that was 1 contract off at 5, 2 contracts at 0. We had +5, again, that's 1 contract at 5, 2 at 0. We had gold at 16. I took the conservative, 3 contracts at 5. ES +3, that's 2 contracts at 3 and 2 at 0. Another ES at 3, 2 at 3, 2 contracts at 0. The 6E on 1 contract, we had a +4 and 1 contract, a -4. They were a wash. Net ticks were 36. Net equity was $400. The Auto Trader had one trade, one winner. Net equity $180. We had a lot of winners today, but a really, really hard time getting a runner. There were one or two trades that I missed, but I pulled in 6 winners today, which is not easy, and only had a 4-tick loser on one contract. So, and one winner was 4 ticks with one contract. So that's it for today. Pushing ahead with our net equity for the week and our net equity for the month. Now, I couldn't trade yesterday. It was one of the rare days I just couldn't make it into the room. We traded Monday, and I do not remember what our net equity was Monday, although it's posted. And then we'll definitely, obviously, we'll be here Thursday and Friday. Let's see how we do for the week. So any questions, feel free to give me a call. We encourage everyone to come into the room for a free trial. Go to www.rightlinetrading.com. There, sign up for a link. You'll see a link for our daily net equity in the trading room, a link for our daily net equity with our gold, crude, and Russell Auto Trader, a link for our daily net equity for our ES Auto Trader. It's only taken one trade so far since we put it up. And we may have to change some of the parameters on that because it's just not taking enough trades. Although it's 1 out of 1 for 100%, we need it to trade more often. We also have a link to our contact us page, a link to our sign up page. Email us directly at info@rightlinetrading.com or call us at 1-855-765-6681. Look forward to seeing everybody in the room, and I hope everybody has a really, really great afternoon. Take care.